Right folks, it's early, cold. Got a message from a friend of mine. He said he had a pile of about 14 plus boards. Man, there was a long round trip that took about 4 hours altogether. It usually does anyway, but yeah, so I got a few boards. Let me just get them out and we'll have a look at them now. I couldn't film there again. I didn't ask. It's his place as well. I don't want to show too much of his stuff and what he has, and I'm sure it'll be okay, but it just didn't come up. Like, we started chatting and going through boards and that kind of stuff. So what he had was a pile of boards. He sent me pictures of some of the boards. I recognize some, and so we'll have a look at what the rest is. But for €100, couldn't go wrong for that lot. You'll see what I mean. There's about 16, 17 PCBs in there. Let me get them out. Things are a little tight and cold actually, but this is box 1, this is box 2, and I also got these Naomi motherboards, Naomi 1 motherboards. Now this is a €100 lot, but I believe these aren't working, and I wasn't sure about the carts, so I'm just going to do a quick test on these and see if I can get the carts working, and maybe the motherboard, see what the problem is in the motherboards, and we'll reset after that. Don't know where the other cart is. So there is a biohazard, a vampire killer, Resident Evil game, Gun Survivor 2, Code Veronica. It's really cool. I don't think that's a super common cart, so hopefully we can play that, or it's working or whatever. And there's a Jambo Safari, which is probably somewhere down there. There you go, Jambo Safari. I have that already, but whatever, it was there. CD-ROM for the GD-ROM, whatever it is. Virtua Golf. I don't have the setup to play that, but it's cool to have. I'll probably see if somebody wants it, maybe swap it for something. It's got the key as well. It'll be handy. Anyway, so this is the Naomi stuff. 2 motherboards, 2 games. Hopefully they're working. I'm just going to test them now. And well, he told me these aren't working, so we'll have a look. Maybe we can make one working out of the 2 at some point. But let's go and test those cards. All right, so I'm running the Biohazard Resident Evil board in this, and it looks like it's at least booting and working. I won't be able to play this because this is my driver cab, but it's a Naomi 1 motherboard, Naomi 1 cart. There you go. We're booting right away. That's really interesting and cool actually. So I don't even have credits to, well, I need to set it on free play I suppose, but there's no point even starting it. I don't have a gun. Is it a light gun it needs, or I think there was a game that needed, essentially it was a controller, like the gun itself was a controller, and you control the arrow around the screen, and where the arrow is you shoot. So technically you could maybe control this with a joystick. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Is there maybe a... God, this is Resident Evil in arcade, really. That's pretty cool. I don't know how good. I never heard of the game really before. I didn't know it existed in the arcade, so it's just cool to see. Code Veronica, Biohazard. That's really cool, actually. Let me do some research. It'll be interesting to see how it's played, and can it be, fitted in a standard universal cab. In that case, I might just run that in the other cab and be done with it, instead of trying to convert it to something else. And that could be cool. So move your character by moving the gun vertical and horizontally. So the gun itself was the controller. Okay, so it might not need yeah, and it just shoots in front. So it might actually just work with a standard controller. Interesting. Okay, let's continue. So the Jambo Safari card has an error 1. I'm gonna have to dig for that information on that to see if I can fix it. The other two motherboards just wouldn't start. Well, one starts really super slow, and the other is missing a fan anyway, so it's not gonna start. So I'm gonna see if I can get one to run. I had a doubt about that Jambo Safari board. Let me see if we can see better here. So I don't think it was seated properly when I tested it first. And there it is, it's working just fine. So cool, two Naomi working boards. Well, I have a crazy taxi here now going in this cab, but Jambo Safari, well, I have two Jambo Safari that I don't really need, but I'm gonna keep one, maybe sell the other. And I have this Resident Evil game. Dead cool. Dead cool. Okay. Gonna make a lot of noise, but just wanted to show you this is what I have in that.
Hey, come on over, have some photos for
in that Jambo Safari cab. So it's running fine. The only thing, I'm gonna stop this before we get put off YouTube because you know copyrights and all that kind of stuff. But essentially it's running fine. The only thing I need to do is just swap four wires, disconnect two and reconnect them somewhere else for the gear. Here it's pull and throw. In Jambo Safari for Crazy Taxi it'll be forward reverse type of thing, and it's two different inputs, and it's one of the boards that's in here, the IO board. Just need to swap two buttons. You can actually play it without the reverse thing, but it's just not very convenient. Actually, ideally if you want to sort of speed run the game, you don't need the reverse really. Anyway, so those two boards are working. Deadly stuff. Let's go back to my pile. Alright, so yeah, we know those cards are working. Like I said, the motherboards aren't. But there you go, let's go through the boards. There's a lot of stuff I don't even know what it is here. I see tiny stuff here, so I'm just going to pull them out. I have no idea what this is. It's not even a JAMA board. It's really, really odd. There's giant tabs here. I see a lot of corrosion. Yeah, there's a battery here. Just it exploded all over the place. I'm not sure what that is. That's a custom IC, similar to the ones I make. Not sure what type of board. There's no EPROMs I can pull out and inspect. Made in Taiwan. There's no markers on this board whatsoever. A ton of corrosion here. It's not good. I'd be very surprised if it works. Is there any sign? If somebody looking at this knows what it is, there's a little switch here which is corroded. I'd say this board is fried altogether. What a shame. It's the problem with his place is it's stored in a place probably damper than this shed still. Not great. Usually I put my boards in a heated place, dry heated place. But anyway, so that's one board. Don't know what that is. I'd say there's going to be a lot of that. Here's another one. Oh, that's a Konami board. JX669. That's how they code their board. Is this, that's probably a shooter. Oh yeah, there was a Konami shooter, wasn't there? This needs a clean. So filthy. Let me switch this off, it's in the way. Yeah, this badly needs a clean. Look at that. You can barely make out the Konami sign here. But there you go, Konami board. I'd say that's one of those Konami shooters. I'm not sure which one exactly, but there you go. Underneath isn't too bad. Actually, the dust probably protected it somehow from corrosion, further corrosion. Now, whether it works or not. That's two boards. We've got these big ass boards. There's two of these. There's one here. One here. Now this one, he didn't send me a photo of these, but I don't know what that is. Big JAMA style connector here. Is this JAMA? No, I don't see any signs again on this. Midway Games, okay. Oh yeah, this big Midway chip. Is there any markings on this? On any of the chips? No, nothing. Oh, here. California Speed. Oh yeah. That vaguely rings a bell, but God. Not a game I'm after, not a game I really want. All those connectors here. Player 1, player 2, 3, 4. Player 1, Player 4. 3 and 4. Wow. So this game could be 4-player. Don't really have any interest in these boards, but there you go. They were in the pile. Not sure where I'm going to put all of these. That's the same one, let's say. There you go, California Speed. Yeah, there's 2 of them. Just whether it's working or not, or the repair tag. So this one was repaired at some point. Be interesting to see if it runs even. This is missing loads of connector stuff, but there you go. Maybe somebody will be interested in the 2 of them. I have no desire to keep these. Like it's just, it's not something I can fix myself or have any interest in. Again, somebody who has the cabs might be interested in those. I'll see. I'll see. Be a way to make some money back from this. Wasn't the goal, but I mean, there's games I'm not going to play or even have any desire to keep. What is this? Whoa. I see these look like the Taito Customs. And connectors here. This could be a bootleg of a Taito board. Not sure what it is. Huh. There's no visible brand marking. No, that's not. God, okay, I'm gonna have to inspect the legs. This might need a clean. Look at the. Don't know if you can see through, but there's a sort of a funny mesh layout. Look at that. That's just the weirdest thing. I've never seen that. It's kind of cool. Is it an internal ground? Maybe? Is that what it is? And there's a big tab here, so it could be connected. Yeah, it could be an internal ground. Actually, because I don't see any traces on top here. Is there traces at the bottom? Yeah, there's traces here at the bottom, but... Huh. Oh, you know, I see traces here. Interesting, just a funny layout. So yeah, I'm not sure what this is. MC1, MC1, MC1. Yeah, all the chips say MC or MCI or MC1, but I'm not sure what it is. It does have those ICs you'd find on Taito boards. I'm just saying. Anyway, mystery board. I'm gonna put that aside. Also, it needs a clean. Oh. 2 boards of the same type here. I'm gonna keep them for later. What is this? There's a big bird poop here. Terminator 2. Oh, wow. Terminator 2 was a shooter game. That's a rather clean board. In fact, aside from the bird poop here, but yeah, it's a very clean board. In fact, cool. Terminator 2. Again, shooters like that, not quite my thing. But I'll see. There might be somebody looking for a board. You never know. It's probably boards I won't keep. These ones. What have I got here? God, double board, double stack. Looks like God, look at that, 2 giant 68,000. Oh, Final Lap. Final Lap. Was that an Atari game? Final Lap 2. Okay, interesting. Or was it Namco? Well, it would have been Namco Atari, wasn't it? Okay, this side is super clean, dusty as hell. You know exactly how it was stored. Cool, Final Lap, and looks like the other board is the same type. Let me grab this. Oh, paper. Final Lap, perfect. I'm gonna keep that in. Well, we'll see about that, because that board is just as dusty, and God knows when it was written down. But there you go. That's another Final Lap. Final Lap 1. No. Or Final Lap. That's all it says. Some of it's at 2, 2, 2, 1. I'm not sure which is which. I don't know much about Final Lap, but I think it's one of the what was that Namco Atari game that people like as well from that era. I just wasn't a fan, so I paid no attention. But I think that was sort of the successor to that. Pole Position, was it a sort of sequel of sorts, or in the series of Pole Position? Anyway, non-standard. That's another Terminator 2. Yes, it is. Okay, 2 Terminator 2 boards. Fair enough. Another. Oh, that looks like. I'm pretty confident this is a Capcom bootleg. I don't see Capcom logo on it, but yeah, that's a Capcom bootleg, and I'd say that's a Ghost and Goblins. That needs a clean too. But I'd say that's a Ghost and Goblins bootleg. I have one board like that as well. My God, it's the bootlegs were nice for most of the Capcom boards because it was exactly the same schematics as the original. So, you know, if you had the schematics for the original, it was easier to fix. What is this? Jambo bootleg. It looks like a. Huh. I was gonna say it looks like a Street Fighter bootleg, but no, because it would need a 68,000, wouldn't it? ERC2 3 Z80 type PCB. I'll have to have a look again at what that is and give it a clean. Once I know, I'll put the details of what everything is. What is this now? What is this? There's something here that's too faded to read. Huh. I have no idea what this is. Dip switch, no indication. No comment on the board. I see repairs. Or just traces a solder repair anyway. It's easier here. Oh! Oh! That looks like a Galaga type hardware. But I don't see Midway or Namco signs anywhere, but that doesn't mean it's not. Oh, there you go. What's that? Oh, Rally X! Rally X! Yeah, there's a couple of customs. My God, that's a Rally X board. That's really cool. Lifted the pads here, but I can fix that. And, oh, wow! Yeah, that's a Rally X board. That's super cool. But that alone, I'm happy to have found. That's really, really cool. That and the Ghost and Goblins bootleg, Rally X, the Naomi cards. That's worth it for that alone. What have we here? 2 more boards. That's a Konami board. Oh, I'd say that's that suspiciously looks like a Hyper Sport. Now, whether it's is it a Hyper Olympics? That was track and field in Europe. The Hyper Sport was the sequel or something like that. But yeah, that looks like a Hyper Sport board. Cool. JX330, I think that's it. Very, very cool. Also needs a clean. Running out of space here. Two more boards. This is filthy. What is this? Looks like a Taito style of connectors. You'd have the power connectors on one side and this on the other. And that's... oh, that's an Arkanoid. It's an Arkanoid bootleg. And actually I've been looking for one of those because I wanted to repro this little board, because you find this board on stuff like Bubble and a few other Taito boards. It's that little kind of red chip I was showing you earlier on. I'm not sure if that was that in that case, but and that's a Arkanoid bootleg. There's different types of bootleg, but this is the one I was after and I couldn't find it for ages. It has that custom chip. It doesn't have the, I think it doesn't have, or maybe it does have the protection chip there. No, I don't think it has. And here were 2 custom chips that has been changed, so maybe I can repro that as well. Okay, that's really cool. Really happy to have found that, because Arkanoid bootlegs are getting, actually the bootlegs themselves are getting more expensive too. And the interesting thing about the bootlegs, the music played a little faster, not faster, but a higher pitched. It was lower pitched on the original, but that's really the only difference. And this type of bootleg is actually the priciest, because it has that little repro board. The other ones just did without it and just shorted some of the inputs. It has to do with the I/O stuff and starting the okay, that's board. And that needs a clean as well. This is more my type of hardware. It looks like a scramble type hardware, but it's not. Some Japanese. Is that Japanese writing or poorly written stuff? Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. I'm gonna have to have a look at the EPROMs as well. Input output stuff. Sound. Or input output. Is this it looks like a scramble type of hardware. Anyway, by the time you see the video, I'll have done research on all these mystery boards. BR0125B here, so I'll search that. But with the EPROM, if at least one is working, I'll be able to know what it is. This one is crusty as well, very crusty. Alright, there you go, folks. This is, well, all the boards I had. I'm going to put these in this box, the one that needs to be clean and inspected. The other ones I'll leave there. But folks, there you go. That was quite a haul. How many boards was that? Let me check. I did the count. There was 16 PCBs and 2 Naomi motherboards, 2 Naomi cards that were working. We know that. We know as much. This, I'm assuming, is working because those, unless it's badly scratched, these are pretty reliable. It's the drive that isn't quite, and 2 well, dead motherboards that we'll try and fix at some point. But there you go, folks. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna do some research now, but by the time this video is over, you know exactly what those boards were. I'm gonna do some research now. Thank you for watching. Hope this was interesting. Another haul, another box of boards. Don't forget Instagram, all that kind of stuff, and there's a Patreon account as well if you want to help the channel. Folks, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.